Washington, D.C., home to the largest concentration of foreign intelligence agents in the Western Hemisphere. Each night, as the sun sets over the Capitol, an army of highly trained agents go to work, trying to gather as much information as possible from the noblemen and magistrates who make their living leading the free world. If you're out in the city at night, you may from time to time get the very distinct impression that that sweet little girl at the end of the bar, well, she might just not be the demure and reserved college student she appears to be. Hang around long enough, and you'll begin to get a feel for which parts of the international crowd have laid claim to their own slice of the club scene. From the dim tap rooms of Capitol Hill, where staffers have a few too many and chat a bit too much about what's going on behind the scenes in committee, to the Georgetown waterfront, where the city's cultural elite come to mingle and trade information on what moves are being made by whom at the nexus of industry and government, there's always a perked ear or a watchful eye tucked behind the lens of a hidden camera as shadowy figures drawing designs on how to gain influence or provide their management the strategic upper hand silently observe. When seduction went mainstream in 2005, one of the strongest underground communities took hold in Washington, D.C. And why not? Given the 7 universities, thriving international crowd, and legions of gorgeous exotic singles. It certainly gave Hollywood a run for the money. All along K Street they went to work, perfecting what had been discovered in Los Angeles, and adapting it to the landscape at hand. Something interesting was happening, though, and it was something that no one in Montreal, or Hollywood, or New York, or Miami had even conceived of. The student base within the district had a very distinct characteristic that was absent in every other city in the country. Simply put, the students of seduction throughout the district were already practiced in the art of secrecy. And when they began putting the techniques of the masters to the test amongst the city's international crowd, it became a crucible for techniques that many of them had already learned and perfected professionally. We've taken these innovations and advanced the rate of play in the community writ large by actually achieving what the rest can only promise. From declassified, unclassified, and open-source documentation, our staff has taken the art of seduction as practiced by agents all over the world and updated it for the modern era. While there are some parallels between what governments have taught their operatives to apply in the field and what is claimed by the community to be recent discoveries, the greatest departure is in the teaching. Attend a boot camp and you will have some success. High-intensity, fire hose-style instruction will have you scrambling to keep up. Application in the field will find you lacking in personal attention from your instructor and competing with other students for opportunities you, by the very nature of the art form, should be sharing. Gains, rapid though they may be in your skill level, will wane when you get home, and before long, you'll be looking to book another high-priced, low-yield pickup vacation and do it all over again. Then again, like the light bulb, the nicotine patch, and chiropractic medicine, if the services you were paying for lasted forever, the industry selling them would be out of business in a fortnight. We'll teach you to create your own team so that the level of play you experience in boot camps elsewhere becomes the new standard for your social life at home. We'll teach you how to control variables instead of tap dancing to improvise through them. We'll show you the techniques and improvement strategies that will allow you to coach your fellow teammates yourself, so you don't need to pay for any more obtuse, unprofessional analysis. We'll provide you with the information you need to develop real skills perfected in the real world in scenarios where the fate of nations, not novices, were at stake. There's a better way of doing this. We'll get you better, longer-lasting results in a shorter amount of time. All you have to do is go along for the ride.